For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
Yeah, it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Racing Revolution is where we land here tonight, and not only just with the Racing Revolution. We are here in Bristol, Tennessee for the All About Bugs 250. We're taking a little look here at John Fike in the number 10 Chevrolet. Trevor Earhart trying to nail down some solid times as well. As the points race gets tighter and tighter here, it's going to be ever so important for where these drivers land here tonight, and you wouldn't believe who is in the lead. And I've got to admit, you know, taking a look at that points race, which we'll take a look at here in just a second, is not who you would expect. You know, he's been really racing very solid out there, very consistent, and he's staying on top of everything. Let's take a quick little look at our championship run here. Tay McDonald actually leads the charge here. Tay McDonald is in front with 1087. James Loveland and Robert Rader both have a win, so that is going to sling them into the next of the playoffs. Tay McDonald is secure, but here's where the tumble up is guys who are right now 13, 14, 15, and 16 are in the hot seat. Justice Murphy needs a fantastic run here tonight. Jeffrey Israel missing a race. That has cost him now, has dropped him all the way down to the bottom, so we may lose a driver of the Element X Racing team. They may end up being eliminated here tonight. And joining me alongside me here tonight in the booth is Stella. Stella, I appreciate you joining me here. Talk to me a little bit about kind of the word going around here of what, you know, how the tensions that guys are having with the points race.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've got two fellas right now, Michael Bennett and Justice Murphy, that are right on the line of the top 12, tied for 1,051 points, but one above and one below the line. So we are going to have to see what happens. Jeffrey Israel's 20 points back. he is, like you say, he may have to win tonight to be able to stay in the top 12. But we have a lot of excitement going. We've got a lot of money being handed out tonight. $25 to win and $25 to a random finisher.
All right, I was just getting ready to ask you what is on the table for tonight, but we'll take a look at the race. 250 laps for these guys to go. It seems like a lot. Man, these guys blow by fast, probably 15, 16-second laps. It's going to be very, very quick with this track only being about half a mile. Stage break will be at 62. Stella, do you remember what lap in case we have a caution before that?
57.
57. All right, so at least 5 laps before. 50% fuel limit.
Yes.
They will have 5 sets of tires down pit. And, of course, no fast repairs. What concerns me the most is that 82-degree track temperature. This track is going to be slick. If you guys keep up with the Racing Revolution and take a look out there at their Facebook page, you'll notice that at least 5 or 7 drivers had met up at Bristol, and they should obviously have this pretty much well narrowed down, seeing that the real-life guys out there racing, and it should be really a toss-up here and kind of an underhanded pitch as these guys have seen it happen. They lived it. They were there. Now it's time to apply. Maybe they've saw a couple different things where guys were accelerating, where guys were sitting back a little bit, and maybe try it a couple different ways, because most of the complaints in the real-life racing, they complain of the G-forces felt around the turns. By the way these cars are developed and designed, it is just so hard to keep, consciousness is what they're saying, is they're having to push blood back into their head by holding their breath, trying to see if they can make it around these turns just by how hard it pushes around these turns. Now, Stella, we are getting ready to go here. Let's get it ready and take a look at our starting lineup. Jeremy Burns, Tyler Harrison, Trevor Earhart, and Nick Alves will be starting in our front 2 rows. Joey Beck, Alice Forget will be starting row number 3. Trevor Keith sits 7th. Matthew Robinson is 8th. Justice Murphy sits 9th. Daniel Holloway is 10th. Robert Rader, here's the green number. He's locked in for the next round, sitting 11th. Tay McDonald, 12th spot. Fastest during practice, third fastest during practice. Fallen off here a little bit. He's now sitting down in the bottom 12. Let's get to 13th position where the 84 of Devin Hudgens. There you go, Jade. You found him. There he is. With Kevin Orlando to his outside sitting 14th. Chris Nail and Jeffrey Israel will be starting in that following row, the 8th one to be exact. 9th row will be Grant Turner and Grant Thorpe. Apparently, I see this happening a whole bunch. John Fike will be 19th, and Jacob Sirkovich will be starting 19th and 20th. Dylan Smoot, glad to see him back here. He'll be in the 92 machine starting 21st. Christopher Schaefer in the Getting Hooked Inferno Motorsports machine will be 22nd. Michael Bennett, terrible start back here in 23rd, and Caleb Gilbert will be 24th. A couple of drivers still left in the charge here. Travis Gilbert and Jackson Lomax will be starting in the final spots here, and we are getting locked and loaded, ready to go here. Stella, we are under green right now. Tyler Harrison, away he goes. Talk about being able to get out front and quick. He has got to hurry up and get away, as I've seen most of the guys out here very, very slick on turn exit, and it seems to be only one line racing, but Tyler Harrison makes a breakaway. Jeremy Burns sits 2nd. Trevor Earhart is 3rd. Nick Alves sits 4th, and Alice Forget is sitting 5th so far. Only a couple of drivers have moved up some positions. Forget and Matthew Robinson are still now 5th and 6th. I've got to admit, taking a look at 4, 5, and 6, we got a good chunk of the Performance Motorsports gang rotating on through. I think what we're looking for is Michael Bennett, who's sitting all the way in the back, to see if he can fight his way up to the front here, Stella.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how much teams are going to be coming into this, since there really isn't going to be much in the way of drafting.
Well, a couple of guys are locked in, but the guys they want to help push through. Remember, Michael Bennett may or may not be above or below that line, depending on how it goes. They may look at amount of led laps, best finishes, or something like that. If it comes to a tie break, they may have to kind of squeeze it away. So they've got to be super, super careful. And definitely you want to have a blowout. You want to make it a no-issues decision to get on through. Bennett didn't promise us he would be very far into the playoffs, seeing that he just missed last year. He made it on a win this year, and he's definitely hoping to continue his roll on through. Jeremy Burns still trying to chase down Tyler Harrison here. Trevor Earhart looks like he's looking for a second place shot here. Let's get a little closer look where Trevor Earhart's trying to triangulate this turn a little bit. The very, very tough track out here before it starts rubbering up is how loose it will get. You see the bumps heading into 1 and 2, but Stella, we have a couple different things going on here as Trevor Earhart is underneath. Looks like he's going to sling up, slide job in front. Trevor Earhart now gets a hold of second place. Tyler Harrison still leads this race. 21's going to chase him, and Jeremy Burns sits third.
We may be at Bristol, but no slide jobs tonight. This is Bristol pavement. This is not Bristol dirt.
No, it is not. A couple of guys are going to be out there trying their best to figure out where they land. As you see, Trevor Earhart is trying to take a little bit lower line than Tyler Harrison. Tyler Harrison may have been doing some studying out there, noticing that high line is really actually the supreme line to be in, but we are watching Trevor Earhart aiming for the lead. Has it for a blink of an eye, but that's what what most guys are nervous about. Taking that low line, pressing a little too hard and getting it kicked out. So Earhart holds on to it here. Man, boy, it would definitely be a confidence booster for him if he can come away with a win. He definitely needs one here to help him sling him into the round of 12. He's already there on points, but man, oh man, would he like to be able to lock up some stage points as well. Let's get back here to Joey Beck. Looks like he's in the number 20 Mac machine right now, sitting third. Sorry, I'm a Matco tools dealer. I don't know about Mac tools out there. I might have to find something about that. But regardless, Joey Beck has gained 2 positions here on the night, sitting third. Jeremy Burns is fourth, and Alice Forget is sitting fifth. Right now, great job by all our drivers for no caution on 15 laps. Not so bad. But driver I do want to point out on the move, Daniel Holloway moving up 4, Tay McDonald moving up 4, and Grant Turner in the 06 machine is moving up 4. Kind of a different paint scheme, but boy, has he got a gaggle of cars sitting behind him here.
Yes, he does. Yeah, some of our ones that were up at the top are slipping back, but Trevor Keith, as far as I knew, was running some of the best times during practice. He's on his way up, is he not?
Yes, he is. Trevor Keith is trying to see if he can tussle around here a little bit. I know he is definitely trying, but Trevor Keith actually from his original start has dropped down to 9th position. He originally started 7th, so he's got a lot of work to do to see if he can fight on up there. But I want to take a look here at the number 84, Devin Hudgens, and kind of see, where he's looking, seeing that he is kind of surrounded by cars right now. I'm wondering if he's kind of setting up with any teammates. Oh, contact back here with Kevin Orlando. Boy, Orlando looks like he may have been hooked there a little bit by Jacob Sirkovich. Sirkovich got popped there right across the nose. Now, I don't know if Kevin Orlando rotated into him or if he wasn't there when he expected, but Orlando's got some right front damage due to that little shot there. But the 2 Slurk machines, check that out, Sirkovich and Bennett. Travis Gilbert, biggest mover of the race, moving up 6 positions. And he's not one you want to count out. He's actually running a line that no one else out there is really willing to take, is that very, very bottom line here. And he seems to be holding it, but boy, he is all sorts of loose. Earhart apparently didn't seem to find any looseness as he has gained the lead and now is pulled ahead by half a second.
Wow. That happened fast.
Yeah, kind of moving around. All right, taking a look out there, trying to see if they can slide around. Let's see if we can scoot back just a little bit farther. Want to see where Chris Schaefer sits. Schaefer's dropped down to 23rd here, having a little trouble fighting through the field. Now, you got to think, as a driver, man, you want to keep the confidence up, but if you kind of start sliding back on short track, you're only on the gas for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then you're diving back into turn again. You've got to lightly throttle it up rather than stomp it to the floor. And you're trying not to lose any kind of momentum, as right now you see Caleb Gilbert sliding up another position here. That's 2 for him on the night. Trying to see if he can run down some of these other faster drivers. But when you've got such a clump of cars in front of you and you're running some of your best times and have nowhere to go, it just makes it so much more difficult for some of these guys to see if they can fight on through and may have to actually wait for a stage break, take 2 right side tires and try again. But I think we got a little trouble up here with Kevin Orlando and Jeffrey Israel. Looks like Kevin Orlando wants to be the bull in the china shop here tonight as he gains another position He has unfortunately lost 3 so far throughout this race, and Jeffrey Israel, he's working his way on back. Jacob Sirkovich smells blood in the water. He's going to drop down to the bottom and see if he can overtake the 6 here.
Yeah, well, you're watching 3 of the 4 fellas below the line, so there is the take no prisoners attitude going right now.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you want to take a look. Right now we are seeing, whoa, man, Caleb Gilbert slices underneath Sirkovich. Sirkovich had a terrible turn there, loses a bunch of positions, drops down to 25th. Now remember, Jacob Sirkovich fought to get this position into the playoffs, and right now he is kind of fumbling it here a little bit. But Stella, we saw from Kansas, Trevor Keith come away with a what finish? A podium finish, and he was 5 laps down, you know, and he came back. So I would not want to count a soul out here, and really love to see these guys continue on and try to keep that forward momentum. The key is to stop losing.
Yeah, tonight, our last week's winner is not racing. He had a vehicle mishap. No, nothing like injuries. He had a flat tire. But is not here tonight, and that is definitely going to hurt. He will automatically be in the top 12 because you win and you're in, but it really opens the door for some of these other fellas. And yeah, Keith came in second last week, so he's definitely got a podium finish contention.
Yep. Take a look at a couple of other drivers out here trying to see if they can battle for position. Looks like Justice Murphy and Robert Rader might be turning up the heat a little bit. Rader taking a look here on the inside as the All About Bugs. Number 12 Chevrolet is charging his way toward the front. Right now, he has lost a couple positions, gained a couple, and then returns right back to exactly where he qualified. He's got a little bit of work to do out here, but, you know, all friends have a good time together. But boy, you check out how the short track racing, you see guys kind of smiling, them looking around on these super speedways, but when it comes to short track, and there's no time. There's, you know, if there was an accident last turn or the turn before that, you can't harp on it. You can't dwell over it. You just let it go. We'll deal with it on the next turn. I can't wait much longer. As we take a look at some of our last lap times, 15-second laps from just about all our drivers, except Jeffrey Israel is down in the 16s, and Jacob Sirkovich. We may be dealing with a couple of guys who are about to end up in some trouble of possibly being lapped here in just a moment. If they're not careful, they are about 12 seconds off pace here. And they're going to be caught very, very quickly by a hard-charging Trevor Earhart, who is in the front of the pack, and he still remains there. But it looks like Tyler Harrison might be catching him here, and I'm wondering why. Let's take a peek. Alice Forget slides up to second here, and finally turning up the heat. Alice Forget aiming for spot number 4. Gaindy gets it, just barely. Just barely, as Tyler Harrison is finding the turn exit speed that he needs here all night. Alice Forget trying to hold him up a little closer to the wall to not allow him to get any kind of a deeper turn entry. 19 machine of Alice Forget and Tyler Harrison going at it here. I love what I'm seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Harrison likes this top line. He should keep the top line, and he should work it well.
Yep, first lapped car they run up on here. That looks like it's going to be Jackson Lomax. But as I said, the first lap car, it is not. Jeffrey Israel, Jacob Sirkovich, Christopher Schaefer, Jackson Lomax would be the last car that they've lapped here so far, as they've now slid on through. 22 drivers remain on the lead lap. Dylan Smoot is still 12 seconds off pace here, so he's got about 3 seconds before they catch him, and hopefully he is able to continue on through. As Stella, we are looking at the stage break at 62. Can he scramble long enough for another 20 laps to get away?
It's going to be tight because these guys are barreling through here. They're looking really good. We're coming up 45 laps. Green flag. Bravo.
Yep. Taking a look here off the back end of Dylan Smoot's machine. You'll see Trevor Earhart coming around with Alice Forget closely behind him. So that is ever so close, as they got to be super, super careful not to go a lap down here. Let's get back to our drivers in the lead, where Alex Forget is still taking a peek here. He's trying to set him up, and I've got to take, I'm looking here from a 35,000 foot perspective. Is right now Alex Forget needs a massive amount of stage points. to really to steer him not only into the 12, but start lining himself up for the 8. Now, I think that's what some drivers are already lining themselves up for. All right, I got to get ready for the round of 8. I know I've got the round of 12. Let's aim for 8. And some of these guys are just trying to make it to the next round here, and it's just ever so close. As Alice Forget has got about a 3/4 length on him here, but not quite. And Trevor Earhart's got to hold it here on the outside. We're about to find out some worn tires are going to do it. Spotter's getting paid here. Watch out. Is Alice Forget hanging it here on the inside, but notice lap traffic in front of him. Here we go. Right now, let's see where the 19 decides to go. Is he going to split it? I thought Alice Forget was getting ready to split it there, getting ready to send it straight up the center. I would expect that from the 21. Here comes Alice Forget moving on through. Takes another driver down. Looks like Dylan Smoot is down. Now Kevin Orlando goes down. John Fike is next on Alice Forget's list. But look how Trevor Earhart has gotten pinched in the traffic, and that has allowed Alice Forget to get a half-second lead, and just in the nick of time as he is scurrying away. Tyler Harrison sits 3rd, Joey Beck is 4th, Tay McDonald sits 5th. Now Tay is off pace here a good bit, about a 1.5 seconds, but 7 positions gained, so not too bad. Good pit stop for him here tonight, and he could definitely turn this one around. But Stella, talk to me a little bit about pit road tonight.
Well, pit road, we are only running a single pit road, not the double. So you need to make sure you come in on the correct side. If you come in between 3 and 4, you are going to be black flagged, and that could basically be the end of your race night.
All right, fuel windows are how many laps?
You're looking at about 80 laps. If these guys are running as we have in the past at Bristol.
All right, so there is a possibility of maybe 2 green flag pit stops if it goes green the whole way. So we'll keep an eye on that. Alice Forget almost up to a 2-second lead, and right now we remember a little bit about Alice Forget here. I call him the concrete master. He is amazing when it comes to concrete. He gets out there at Nashville, does fantastic. Gets out at Dover and puts on a clinic. And here we are again back on the concrete. And Alice Forget has got a 2.5 second lead now. Watch him slice it up here with Caleb Gilbert down to the bottom. And he is looking to put now, right now, the top 16 drivers are the only ones on the lead lap here. Travis Gilbert, who's gained 9 positions here on the night, may be in some trouble. Here he is. There's Travis Gilbert in the 22 Ford. Let's take a look off the back end of his machine. Whoa. Looks like Travis Gilbert might be blinking out here a little bit, and that's why we're ending up with a little bit of issues here. Whoa, that was wild. Won't want to do that with Travis Gilbert again. Yikes.
No.
Holy cow. All right, let's get up to somebody who's see if he can fight through. Look at where Michael Bennett is here. Bennett is desperately trying to get through this pack here. Man, he is just trapped. Absolutely trapped. He's got nowhere to go. And right now, seeing that Michael Bennett's getting out front, and we are looking at his nemesis out there, Justice Murphy, who's sitting 8th, both original BDE members. It looks like Bennett might get knocked out here, but Alv's having just as much trouble here. But he's sitting 10th, but he's lost 6 positions. So wow, these are rolling through here so far. Joshua Abbott out there in the chat. Jessica, appreciate you guys joining us here as well. Right now, looks like, hey, look, Shannon's out there. I haven't seen Shannon before. Appreciate you joining with us here at Simtrack Broadcasting for the Bristol round of 16, all about Bugs 250 here tonight. We've only got a few more laps here before we go to our stage caution. These guys are lining up here for the last round, and the first 10 that get through, that should be locked and loaded. Alice Forget with a 3-second lead here. This is just amazing. Yeah, right now he's trying to see if he can put just one more guy down the lap here, and we are under caution. That's going to do it. Dude. This is rolling on through. That's exactly what Terry Earhart is out there saying these laps are flying by.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of flying, I don't really like things that fly, and that's what All About Bugs is all about. Stella, talk to me a little bit about All About Bugs.
All right. Well, All About Bugs is your 5-star family-owned pest control and termite experts in Sevierville, Tennessee. A free pest control quote or inspection is just a phone call away, and you will find their family-owned operation friendly and professional. So like they say, if those flying bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us. Contact them at allaboutbugstn.com.
Alrighty. Michael Bennett, Dylan Smoot, Kevin Orlando, Christopher Shaper, Jacob Sirkovich, Jackson Lomax, Jeffrey Israel, Joey Beck, and Chris Nail are our drivers that are down multiple laps here. They've got a lot of work to do to see if they can fight back onto this pile here, as they've got so far to go to see if they can come back and return back to the race. But Bristol is so fast to have drivers getting behind the 8 ball here. They've got a lot of work to do to see if they can get out there. All drivers coming down pit road except the back 16 here might be looking for possibly a wave around here or expecting a caution. Caleb Gilbert is staying out. Looks like he's working his way down now, seeing if he can fight on through. And I believe if you are a lap down, you do not get to come down pit road first here, so it's going to be a little bit of a shuffle up for certain here. But we'll take a look. Our top 5 drivers sitting, getting out of pit here. They've got, boy, Travis Gilbert. Uh-oh. I don't know if Travis Gilbert had some trouble here. It might be having to let guys go around. So Alex Forget returns to the lead after a fast pit stop. 15.17 for him. 15 seconds flat for Trevor Earhart. And even faster than that, Tyler Harrison with 14.58. Fastest one out of the top 5. About 15 seconds for Tay McDonald, who's up 8, sitting in that 4th position. And Robert Rader, we haven't talked about him all night, in the 53 Chapman Environmental Services Ford, sitting in 5th. Stella, we got actually a little time as well. You got a little bit for me on Chapman Environmental Services.
First, they are our main sponsor for this league, and Chapman provides integrated environmental management and consulting services that includes broad spectrum regulatory compliance, permitting, field sampling, and more. So be sure to visit them at chapmanex.com.
Alrighty, choose cone rule in effect here, as everybody's definitely selecting where they want to be. Notice there at the start-finish line, you got to be obviously below that line. Careful, careful, careful. Looks like everybody gets through clear on that one. Alex Forget getting lined up here. Boy, what an awesome spotter tower angle we got here. We can see just a little bit of everything here.
Yeah,
Excellent
boy,
idea.
he's got to be hating the fact that he had that 3-second lead, and now everybody's back up here with him.
Well, it's interesting to see who started behind him. Trevor Earhart decided to stay behind him. Tay McDonald's on the inside, and ooh, that might cost him. Trevor Earhart slings to the outside here. Tay McDonald trying to hold it. Tay's got to rotate up quick. Right now, looks like Tyler Harrison trying to shut the door on him here, trying to slide up on through, but man, is Tay on a roll. Tyler Harrison gives a little kiss to the wall, and look who else is flying on through. Right now, we've got Robert Rader and Jeremy Burns following each other, sitting 5 and 6. Right now, this is a great run here so far, but taking a look at it and how Alex Forget did so late into the run, I would expect if he did get past, he will return back to fight here. But Tay McDonald trying to hold on to her here as now Robert Rader passes him. So Rader taking the outside line.
Yeah, had a little rubbing with Harrison there in the back. So that's why he's pulled back.
Yeah, fastest time on the track by Alex Forget, setting out there with a 14.6. He's actually picking up the pace out there. This is huge right now for Alex Forget. Oh, we're looking at Tyler Harrison.
Yep.
No!
Oh, Justice.
No, Justice Murphy needs a fantastic finish. Why everybody's not stopping, I don't know.
Don't either.
No, they've got to stop. Guys are getting totaled out here. Right now, it looks like Justice Murphy got the worst of the damage here. We saw pieces flying off, but with a little whisk of the wand there, puts them back together. Holy cow. Justice Murphy with a huge shot here.
Yeah, Harrison was weaving there. They, from what we've seen, I think the first 4 or 5 laps after tires on this track is your turn exits are going to be really miserable. But yeah, he
Oh,
he the first one he hit here was Robert Rader.
yeah, that's exactly what it is right there. As you see him
And
nudging each other coming into this one.
yes, and I thought for sure he'd grabbed it back together, but see there, but then zip,
Yep.
whee, away he goes.
Well, he hits the apron and then slides him around.
Yeah.
And then the heartbreaker ends up right here, where he snaps back, and I think Justice expect him to go back down. The worst part is you see the continuation. Nick Alf sandwiched
Yep.
between him and Matthew Robinson, the 84 Devin Hudgens.
Trevor Keith got totaled in that. He was sideways. If I can read your number from this angle, you're sideways.
Yeah, that was not a good wreck here. We'll take a look and see how many guys come down pit. I want to keep an eye on Devin Hudgens here. As you already see, it looks like Grant Turner there in the back was getting wrecked.
Is that who that was in the white?
Right here. Oh, he didn't even see Fike. Trevor Keith in the 15. Good Lord.
All right. Well,
All right. I
caution
want to see
number
what
1.
happens back here. It said that Chris Nail had some problems here earlier in the race. He might have gotten penalized for that block. It says Grant Turner and Caleb Gilbert had some trouble out there on the track as well. Yeah, you see Caleb down the apron.
Let's say down here. Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Huh. I wonder if they slow down enough, if that's where it kind of marks is. They've had some trouble. Let's see where Justice Murphy lands here. Right now sitting 8th. And boy, has he got a lot of damage. Drone footage out there. He's bent.
Yeah, but like you say, at least that fender's back on. We've seen these guys run without front clips.
Wow. Wow, Matthew Robinson, Nick Alves. Remember, Nick Alves got hammered as well.
But he was in 10th, so that's not too bad.
Yep. Look like everybody is going to maintain. Down pit road during lap 75. Trevor Keith, Justice Murphy, Matthew Robinson, Grant Turner, Nick Alves, Tyler Harrison. I believe Daniel Holloway came down in 76. And right now we are looking, I believe, at our top 8 drivers. Yeah, top 7 drivers came down lap 65. So a little spruce up, quick little tires and go for some of the guys down there. I'm seeing about 30 some odd seconds in their pit box. Alex Forget's going to have to restart here. Interesting enough to see Tay McDonald not take the outside after the last start. Jeremy Burns gives him a nudge here. Away we go. Back under green. First unscheduled caution of the night. Oh, man. Right now we are heading 3 wide. Right now, taking a look at the 77 of Grant Thorpe trying to slice on around here.
He did.
Yeah, very, very pushy here. Driver's trying to find an angle here. Trevor Keith sliding up into 7th. Remember, Keith was sideways during that last wreck. Forget still out front. Earhart chasing him. Earhart losing ground each and every turn as Alice Forget picking up the pace. Rader now with the fastest time on the track. 14.59. That's about 10,000ths of a second faster than Alice Forget. Rader is moving up big time here. Remember, he started outside the top 10, now sits 3rd.
14.56 is the record for this track. I mean, in real life.
Oh, wow.
So, looking.
Yeah, Alice Forget now picking up the pace. He now hits a 14.59 and is now getting even faster. Nudge there with the wall. Right now, he's got to be super careful and not make any mistakes because Earhart's going to be waiting on him. Doesn't take much, just a slight fumble there, about a quarter or half a second, and he's all over him. Alice Forget makes the breakaway here, sitting 1, 2, and 3. Forget, Trevor Earhart, and Robert Rader. Tay McDonald settles down into 4th. Jeremy Burns sitting 5th. Grant Thorpe is 6th, gaining 12 positions on the night. Trevor Keith sits 7th. Matthew Robinson remains in 8th. where he originally qualified. And Grant Turner, not too bad here by Grant Turner. They pit back on lap 75. He now sits 9th, gaining 8 positions, and Nick Alv rounds out our top 10. But right now, Nick Alv's under fire here by Tyler Harrison. Tyler on the bottom. He's not feeling too confident of how he was there on the top, as you saw him nudging the wall a bunch of times. And the caution was caused by him hitting the apron. Man, is he getting close. Once again, Tyler Harrison getting loose. I'm wondering what's going on here. If that 45 machine's getting super crazy on him and he's unable to hold it down on the ground. Right now, I guarantee you, Nick Alves is puckered right now, taking a look at that 45 sliding around the track.
I'm sure Hutchins isn't much better because he's watching it from back here going, I'm not going to have time to make an adjustment.
No, he is not. Fight goes up and looks like he gives the 84 a nudge here. I'm taking a look and seeing that Tyler Harrison may be fighting that steering wheel a little bit if he's got any damage to the right front of that machine. He's getting ready to lose a bunch of positions. Contact with Fight. Wow. Harrison starting to turn into a pinball out here as he's banging around. Harrison goes from the lead down to 11th position here, so you see some shuffling out there on the track. But as lap 91 begins, Justice Murphy tries to fight his way back up, sitting 13th. And remember, he's fighting a lot of damage to the front nose of that car, and I guarantee you, we'll see Justice Murphy coming back down pit road if we end up under another caution that he's not involved in, trying to fix some of that damage. Now, Stella, we are looking at, remember, Justice Murphy is sitting on that line. The guy who wants his spot is Michael Bennett, but Bennett is down a lap. Bennett has got to get a lap back, but he's got to get in front of the 84 of Hudgens for the lucky dog position. He's got to get worked around. So Bennett, a lot of work left to do, and the laps are ticking away as Michael Bennett is loose. Man. Yeah, right now this track is not very forgiving for the drivers out here. Still 86 degrees out there on the track, 79 in the air. Boy, these guys are having a heck of a time fighting around here, trying to figure out where they're going to be and how can they catch up. But Forget continuing his charge, 3/4 of a second ahead, looking for a second, and Raider now 2 seconds off pace. So this is huge right now, and they've got to keep it going. Alice Forget's still rolling on through. Let's keep it on going.
Yeah, the one good thing about the caution, at least, is should give the front drivers a little bit more time before they start hitting all the lap traffic again.
Daniel Holloway is battling along some lap traffic right now, I believe, out there of Christopher Schaefer. Schaefer is actually on the lead lap, sitting 17th. He's the last one. I am incorrect, I believe. Yeah, Schaefer's actually a lap down. Boy, that's weird. It's not showing that to me. What in the world? Showing it on the tower, but not here in my face.
Yeah, showing us 14 on down is all at least one lap behind.
Yeah. On this short track racing, that's what's to be expected. Key is figuring out how to fight and beat it back. Try to get on through. Alice Forget still in the lead here, uncontested at the moment. Trevor Earhart chasing him on down. Raider sitting 3rd. Tay McDonald is 4th, and we're taking a look where Travis Gilbert is. Travis, remember, he's about a lap or so down here, working his way on through. As Tay McDonald slides underneath, Jeremy Burns gets caught. Travis Gilbert gets on out of the way, but that's just enough time for Tay McDonald to get squeezed out of here and put Jeremy Burns now, instead of tangling there with Tay McDonald, will now be tussling with Grant Thorpe. Thorpe looking here on the inside. Not too bad. Let's see how Thorpe's doing out there on the track, seeing if he can fight on around. I want to see a little more of that lean in there. There we go. Getting into that turn. I know I do that a little bit here at Bristol, one of my favorite tracks. Out there racing. I know definitely in the next-gen cars it takes a lot of skill to wrap the brand new chassis, brand new tires around an old school track. So these guys are doing a fantastic job out there. Only one caution here so far. Grant Thorpe has moved up 13 positions on the night. He is the biggest mover here of the race. Fuel calculator has found 5th place. Nice comfy home for him as Jeremy Burns falls out here of the top 5 to sit 6th. Trevor Keith with a podium position run. Last race there at Kansas sits 7th. Grant Turner gaining 9, sitting 8th. Matthew Robinson Matthew Robinson's got a little bit of work to do, as we've seen him kind of plow this wall here a couple of times. I'm wondering if he's fighting his car a little more than he should be.
Maybe, but he may have also figured out that it's safer to do that than it is to turn down too quick and do a Harrison.
Taking a look at the Racing Revolution rule book, hail melon is not allowed here in this league. Any kind of trouble out there could result in a penalty out there, and the last thing you want is a fight into a position and you are down. Stella, if I am not remembering right here, Matthew Robinson missed one of the first 3 races here in the playoffs. And I think he is still fighting to kind of hold it here.
Yeah, right now he's sitting 10th out of that top 12, so he's close, but he's one of the ones that should be trying to plan for 8.
Definitely anybody here would win would be excellent. Alex Forget losing some time here. I don't know if Alex Forget has fried the tires off, but he is starting to lose a bunch of time. Right now he was out to over a second, and Earhart now turning it up. Got him to less than half, looking for a quarter here. And remember, Robert Rader was down by 2 seconds. So it is huge. 1, 2, and 3 have broken away from the pack, and McDonald's got to figure out how to make up 3 seconds to catch up.
Yeah, Alex seems to be having some trouble on the turn there. He's tapped the wall twice. I'm not sure what the rear end is doing, but Earhart and Rader are definitely taking advantage.
Well, Earhart better have his head on a swivel. The 53 machine is starting to move up pretty hot and heavy here. As you take a look, the Chapman Environmental Services Ford. So we are led by a Toyota. Trevor Earhart Chevy sits second, and Roberts Ford sits third. This is great moves here as we see Robert Rader starting to slice it up. We'll kind of give you a little reminder here of Homestead last season.
Yeah, I watched what could be his line, or could be a pretty darn good block.
Yeah, Earhart trying to see if he can figure out where he needs to be to block out Rader here a little bit. Now, also consider this track is not symmetrical. It is actually a little oblong, so drivers may, like Trevor Earhart may decide to ride a little bit higher or a little bit lower each of these turns and try a couple of different angles here. Let's take a look, and I'll kind of show you. See how turn 3 and turn 1 and 2. Excuse me. Good Lord, I was right the first time. Turn 3 and 4 is actually a lot wider, and 1 and 2 are a lot more sharp.
Okay. My heavens, they're using the whole track tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, as Alex Forget moves on through here. Sorry, I wasn't sure if Alex Forget was getting ready to get in a tangle up there, but John Fike looked like he was a little bit all over the place there as he gets on through. Unscathed 1, 2, and 3 get past John Fike. Fike goes down another lap here, unfortunately, but they've got to continue on. I believe Nail and Beck have taken it to the garage here tonight.
Yes, but take a look at Justice wherever he is, because he is the next one on the chopping block to go a lap down.
Yes, he is.
14 3/4. Oh, yep, here they come.
Yep. Right now they're taking a look at it here. Alex Forget will be catching him in just a moment. So there is Justice Murphy, and right behind him is Alex Forget. Look how everybody triangulating the turns. Jeffrey Israel gets on the wall a little bit here. Not looking too good. I'm trying to see if this is Sirkovich or if that, yeah, I believe that should be the 18 of Sirkovich they're catching up to as well. Lap traffic not paying off here for Alice Forget. But it is a little bit for Trevor Earhart, as Earhart is now catching up to Forget. Rader's getting caught up. Rader having trouble slicing on through. There are no rules of where these guys have to be when the leaders come up. Normally it's high, some guys can go low. There's nothing saying, because there's no room to make any kind of maneuvers to get out of the way. Alex Forget trying to squeeze on through here. He's got to fire away, as it looks like they are passing Smoot and Schaefer. Boy, Schaefer's got some damage on the left front of that machine. You can see it's kind of popped up off the track a little bit. Travis Gilbert already working his way out of pit. Almost 3 minutes of damage for him. As we've been kind of taking a look at our top three here, Grant Thorpe has actually gained 4th position from Tay McDonald. McDonald sitting 5th. Already continuing on through. We have reached the halfway point of this race. What a great time to actually cut to commercial, and we'll be right back.
And so we had an issue at a plant about 2 weeks ago. It was a traditional municipal wastewater treatment plant, tremendous foaming on top of the basins. And so me and our lead operator for the site got our heads together. We pulled some samples, did the analysis of those samples. We actually looked at the bugs from the system under a microscope so that we could see the type of bug that was actually growing in there. And what we found actually was that there were very few bugs growing in there. The higher life forms in particular had died off, and we had the single cell protozoa type of bacteria growing in there. So what that told us was we probably got hit with some kind of toxic shock at the facility. So we immediately changed the way we were operating the plant. We changed the return activated sludge rates, the wasting rates, and did a few other things around the facility to try to really buffer ourselves against whatever had happened, because it's too late, right? It's already in the plant. So we're trying to buffer ourselves against whatever that toxic event was, because if it just happened, yesterday, it's liable to happen again today. Usually these things go in like threes. And so it's taking real world experience, knowing that we not only needed to look at the analytical data that we were collecting at the time, but also looking at the bugs under the microscope, determining what's going on with the bug population in the aeration basins, and then taking that information, layering that together with the data we collected through analytical analysis, and coming up with a solution based on all that combined, which I think is a pretty unique approach to dealing with a problem like that at a facility.
For the finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
.138 laps have been run here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we are taking a look here at Kevin Orlando, is now visiting down pit road. Looks like he may have broken a right front toe link to his machine. He's been kind of loose here all night, smacking into the wall a couple of times, and I think it finally kind of catches back up with him. I don't know if there was a contact here with the car or him contact with anybody else out there, but it looks like that is going to be it for Kevin Orlando as he drops down to 23rd. Stella, let's take one last look here at our points chase. And drivers who were in the fallout, Kevin Orlando, he needed a good run here tonight, so that may be his elimination. Justice Murphy still trying to hold it together here, as I believe he goes down a lap on the night, and that continues on. Right now, if Forget can get a win here, that would be a huge boost. But it's going to put him very, very close to Tay McDonald out there. Jeremy Burns, who have been doing a fantastic job here all season. Burns has got to keep turning it up here as QSR Simulations is out there watching him as well, trying to figure out where they're going to land at the end of the night. And what a better place for these guys to be than this track, where it's just a tangle up. There's no rhyme or reason where they're going to be and how the outcome is going to happen. But what I can tell you for certain is Trevor Earhart sitting back and being patient is now paid off as we begin lap 145. He has had the lead here for quite some time. Alex Forget drops down to second. And Raider unable to recover as he drops down to 6 seconds off pace. So the two of these guys have got definitely plenty of wiggle room out here to get caught back up. But you've got to question, if you're a driver like Nick Alves, he's still sitting top 10 out there. And yes. Right now he's still under fire. He may go a lap down here. And really, to me, as soon as you go a lap down at Bristol, you have got to figure out how to offset, whoa, boy, Alves shot in this Schaefer there. It looks like Schaefer may have let off, and Nick Alves kind of gave him a shot there. Boy, Nick Alves is on a roll here. Notice the rear view checks. I don't think he's nervous about getting lapped here right now. We are taking a look at Nick Alves. Let's see if we can take a peek. There he is. That's Trevor Earhart right behind Daniel Holloway. Holloway is sitting 11th. He's about to head a lap down here in just a moment, because Earhart has been on a tear. Last laps here by Nick Alves with a 15.95 last run. Daniel Holloway with 16.16. Earhart is sitting with a 15.88. So far on the roll here for Earhart as he continues on through. Nick Alves having to maintain confidence here as he's going to be under a lot of pressure here as Earhart is getting ready to put Daniel Holloway down a lap. But right now, I guarantee you, Alex Forget is kind of liking the amount of lap traffic that Earhart's running into. It's giving him a chance to kind of set him up here a little bit. But Raider falling off another 1.5 seconds from the last time we mentioned it here. Boy, this is starting to really wind up being a wild race. I've got to admit, Stella, let's talk a little bit about pit stops. Earhart, Forget, Raider, McDonald, Thorpe, Jeremy Burns. These guys last pit on 65. And Grant Thorpe working his way down pit now. We got to be getting toward the end of not just fuel, but we've got to be these guys got to start looking at tires. There can't be much longer. These guys can or cannot go, but really give it to them for stretching it out there. Raider working his way down pit. Boy, yeah, I guarantee you we'll see the 21 and the 19 kind of pit simultaneously here. Because they can't let one another get away. If a caution comes out, that could ruin either or both of their nights. For not for the better. Alves under fire. Earhart to the inside, and now it looks like, holy cow, we have got, I believe, the top 7 drivers are now on the lead lap.
My goodness.
Now, if you also consider the amount of pit lane time here, Stella, for some of these guys, it's just about a minute. So these guys can come out of pit almost 3 to 4 laps down.
Oh. It takes them that long to get through because of the 30 mile an hour? It's that, wait, we have pit with Earhart.
Yep, Earhart deciding to pit, and so is Alex Forget.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
I was also starting to get concerned if somebody entered pit at the wrong spot. Forget enters pit between 3 and 4.
Well,
Stella, what's the rule?
We will find out. If they enter between 3 and 4, they're good. They're supposed to get a black flag.
Whoa. Alex Forget coming back onto pit. Or back onto the lead lap. Boy, that could undo his race.
Yes, it could.
We'll keep an eye out there. I don't know if Forget, he may have entered between 1 and 2 a lap earlier.
Okay.
Than Trevor Earhart. I'm trying to take a look. Alex Forget came on a 156, Earhart on 157, so I may be incorrect here. And Alex Forget may have entered pit A-OK, and right now he's got to hurry up. As Trevor Earhart is already right back in front of him here with about looks like a Yep, 1/10 of a second faster in his pit box. But Alex Forget with a 55.8 out of the pit. Boy, he's firing. These two right here, this is the big one. Grant Turner got a couple of laps here. He'll be out in front. Nick Alves still hanging out there as well. Boy, yeah. Robert going back up and smacking the back end of there of Grant Turner. Now, Grant Turner has yet to pit here. Ooh, man. That was close. Okay. Nick Alves still stays out. Wonder if Nick Alves did pit back on lap 75.
That will make a difference.
Caution.
The guys in the 60s had to go down now.
Holy cow.
Who was spinning out?
Jeremy Burns is spinning out.
Oh.
Nick Alves is the only one on the lead lap.
What? No.
Holy cow. Nick Alves is the only one on the lead lap.
All right. I need to be educated. He still has to come down.
It would be insane if he doesn't. He has to come down. So he will be able to come down pit road. Everybody
right
one lap down should get the wave around or as they go by. Which means only the top 8 drivers will be in contention.
Yes.
Holy cow. Let's go back and see what happened to Jeremy Burns here.
Yay. Praise.
Tell me he doesn't spin out of pit. He loops it. There.
Oh.
That's why the caution right there with Tyler Harrison. Wow.
Booger. All right.
So Nick Alves down pit road.
Terry Earhart says things just got interesting.
So also consider this, as the drivers that get back onto the lead lap, you know, out there with Matthew Robinson and you know, Robert Rader, Alex Forget, these guys.
Yep.
It makes you kind of scratch your head saying, okay, now what? Because right now, the smartest guy out there in the field right now looks like Nick Alves. I think he was gambling on a caution, and for the first time, it finally pays off.
Well, how many times have we seen it not? Him be in the heading into the pit, and the caution comes out, and he zips back out of the pit. I mean, just yeah, this is. But I'm still trying to. Okay, we still have Turner up on the thing as being in front.
Yeah, we'll see here in the shuffle up. I'm showing him in first place here. Nick Alves will be sitting second. Okay. Alex Forget, Trevor Earhart will sit 4 and 5, but I'm not doing anything until the choose cone rule.
Fair.
So
Goodness
we are
gracious.
under caution. Stella, you know, I think now would be a great time since we heard a little bit about Chapman and Terry out there was saying a little bit about the All About Bugs. He was saying that. Give me a little bit more about All About Bugs.
All right. Well, they have provided pest and termite control since 2012, and their top priority is to provide effective pest and termite control solutions for either residential or commercial properties. Depending on your needs, All About Bugs, TN, Tennessee, pest control experts can create a protection plan that guarantees pest protection 365 days a year. So no matter how large or small your property, a pest-free environment is their goal. So All About Bugs TN is your 5-star family-owned pest control and termite experts. Like they say, if bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us. Find them at allaboutbugstn.com.
Alrighty. Choose cone rule will be coming up here. In just a moment here. Take a look at this. As the rest of the field gets lined up here. They're trying to shuffle it up because this was an untimely caution. This is huge right now. Nick Alves flipping the script. Don't forget the color coordination out there, or out kind of in the tower. Everybody in yellow is out of the playoff chase. Guys in blue are in. Guys in green are already locked up for the next round. Robert Rader being the only driver out here locked up for the next round. Remember, everybody has to start from the inside line, and away we go. Look at Grant Turner getting his chance to rocket launch off here. He takes the lead. He's up 16 positions here on the night. Nick Alves sits second, but he's got a couple of hungry drivers behind him here. Alex Forget is third. Trevor Earhart sits fourth. And a little mix-up here in the front. I'm curious to see where actually Travis Gilbert lands, as Travis Gilbert is actually up in front here of the remainder of this field.
He's 12 laps down.
Yeah, kind of a weird shuffle here. I figured most of the lead lap drivers would be on the outside and the new drivers would be on the inside at the back of the pack. But that's what I was saying. There's a mix-up here with the timeliness of this caution. Alves drops off a second and a half here immediately. It looked like he sidestepped the clutch here and missed his launch, as that allows Grant Turner to get away. Still, a second place finish here for Nick Alves would be huge. And taking a look right now, I believe Justice Murphy sits 14th. We are back under caution, which means Tay McDonald should be getting back onto the lead lap here.
Yes, he is the first one on.
Robert Rader and Jackson Lomax.
Yeah. Must to see. There is.
Yeah, Spidey senses tell me we're. Oh, Raider.
Lost it.
Look at the fuel calculator. Right on through.
Zip, zip. Jeremy Burns, zip, zip, zip.
Lomax. Oh. Caleb, give him a little.
He got a little help.
Got a little shove there.
That was cold.
53 and the 54 are going to be close together now. Raider drops down to 8th. Choose cone rule is still in effect. Grant Turner really wishes that didn't happen.
Yes.
It's his chance out front. Stella, how many laps we got?
What? We're at 175.
Yeah, we got 75 laps left in this round.
Yeah, I'm just looking. See, I do not understand why. I mean, but I'm looking at Travis here in second, up here in second. Why does he not go around into the back?
The iRacing has to give him the wave around here.
Oh.
But since everybody isn't here, he really shouldn't be getting the wave around. I think he has to stop and then drop back. But I think he's going to go ahead and make that choice for us, as pit stops are changing up here. 75 laps into this one. Guys figured out how far they can make it. They're going to go ahead and pit now.
Yeah. And they won't have to pit again, theoretically.
Yeah, this might be a good call. I kind of like the way this feels here. Alex Forget may have to reconsider. And he may sling down here as well if he wishes to remain in contention. Last time Alex Forget pit was on 156. He's the one out there who's been on the oldest tires and the longest amount of fuel here. So Alex Forget is really, to me, this is the time he's got to come down. Boy, decides not to.
Here we go. Here's our leaders coming up front. Trevor Earhart just came up front. Travis Gilbert, nope. Caleb Gilbert just came up front.
I wonder the pit call here for Alex Forget not coming down.
Yeah, especially when he was already kind of loose in the back end.
Yeah. Well, right now that does give Trevor Earhart last pit on 175. May not be much, but 20 laps could make it, seeing that Nick Alves went almost 80 laps before he had to pit. Alex Forget will not make it to the end. He will not make 100 laps unless we run half of these under caution.
Yeah.
So this could be pretty close here. Grant Turner will have the lead. He'll take us back to our restart. Alex Forget taking the inside line. Nick Alves will be sitting back here in that outside position, sitting third. Matthew Robinson, hey. Good to see Matthew Robinson returning back to the front here. Pace car lights are still on. Should be off this time by.
Yeah, well, Tay McDonald's still almost a lap. He's trying to run to catch the back end there.
Yeah, trying to hurry up here. I do see him sitting here in the back.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I know. He should be clumped up. I think, like I said, I think something's getting a little mixed up here.
Yeah. It should tell him to pop up there behind. Odd. Yeah, because he's behind people that are 2 laps down. But what do I know?
Yeah, not a good mix-up here. All right, let's get this one back under green here. Let's go. Grant Turner, excellent start again. Keep on going through here. Fantastic start. Let's rotate back here to second where it looks like Al's Forget fights on through. Nick Al's in some trouble. Al's back to 5th. Now he's going to be looking at 6th as the fuel calculator slides underneath. But, boy, he's got a guy who's on the move sitting right behind him. Looks like Rader's going to give him a nudge. 1, 2, 3. Couple touches there. Boy, Nick Alves has got to figure out how to get those tires heated up really, really quick here as he last pit on 165. Nick Alves is following behind his teammate of Matthew Robinson here, staying up toward the front. And right now, Robinson trying to take up 2 lanes here, blocking that 77 of Grant Thorpe. He slides underneath Alves, gets clear, but he's going 2 for 1 here. He's trying to take out Matthew Robinson. He does. Robinson into the wall. Robinson still, he's hooked into the wall. Saferberry, he is stuck. Robinson, heavy damage right front. Slices down to the bottom here.
Darn.
Yep, that may do it for Robinson here for the night. Gets up front and now is dealing with a substantial amount of damage. Grant Turner taken out, and now Alice Forget has the lead. Continuing on through, Alice Forget now with a 14.58. He's got to slow down, if you ask me. He's got to save those tires. Trevor Earhart waited him out last time. So far, so good. Sitting 1, 2, and 3. Let's float back here where Tay McDonald is. McDonald is trying to see if he can slice through here. I don't know how he's going to battle through this pack.
Yeah, not unless he can convince some of these fellas that you're a lap down. Can you please excuse me?
Yeah. I don't know how well that's going to work here. Looks like Devin Hudgens giving a little rub there to the wall. See if we can get a run through most of our drivers out there on the track. See if we can do a see your driver session. Yeah, that's it. That's what we'll do. We'll do the see your driver session. What do you say?
I say that sounds like a plan.
All right.
And also Terry Earhart is asking, please stop jinxing this.
Trying not to. All right, let's go and flip her on over. There we go. Now it's Forget into the lead. Who's this to Grant Turner, who's sitting second?
What's he driving? He's driving a Chevy?
Yep.
And he's got Porsche on his wheel. Sorry.
There he is. See, Grant, we'll get you on the big screen here. All right, third place will be Trevor. everybody, and we are back. Here we go. We got less than 40 laps left to go. Now this race couldn't be any crazier, as right now Alice Forget leads this race, but barely. Half a second lead in front of Robert Rader. Rader now sits in second. He has been on a tear here as of late. We're definitely doing through the See Your Driver session. Robert Rader passing Trevor Earhart. Looked like it may be some contact, but maybe not, as Rader has now started to make up a boatload of time here, running down Alice Forget. Forget with the half-second lead, enjoying it right now. Earhart down by a second. Grant Turner sits right now in fourth. He's battling alongside Grant Thorpe. Both these guys started side by side earlier in the race where they qualified, and now they're back together here in the top 5.
I may need may see a team change this next season.
Yeah, definitely could use a couple more drivers there at TriStar Motorsports. Right now, Grant Thorpe trying to push on through here. Caleb Gilbert fighting on through. Remember, Gilbert gave a little pop there to the last caution as they keep rotating on through. Top 8 drivers are on the lead lap. Al's dropping down 8th. He does not have the setup tonight, but a top 10 would be perfect for him. Michael Bennett has slid up into 11th, and this is going to be an interesting turn as Michael Bennett sits 11th and Justice Murphy is 14th.
Oh.
Justice may be eliminated here.
But Justice is also 2 laps down.
Yeah.
Bennett's only 1.
Yep. So Murphy in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah.
Depending on where Matthew Robinson finishes as well, there still could be the shuffle up. Remember, you got to make the top 12. If Robinson's sitting 10th, he may still have a chance of being in the hot seat.
No, he's 4 laps down and 16th.
How many points here, Stella?
Yeah, but he's 10th. That's only 7 away from where above the other guys. 7 points. Just, it's pretty tight.
Still looking at Caleb Gilbert here, working there with Grant Turner, who is 4th. Looks like Caleb Gilbert's going to slide underneath. Earhart has caught up. Boy, somebody turned on the afterburners. Earhart in the front, now Alice Forget, and the two of them go at it here. Just over 25, 27 laps left to go here. Earhart gains the lead. And remember, Rader was off by only half a second off Alice Forget. Something's happened here, as now Rader falls off the plate, and now Trevor Earhart has picked up, an immense amount of speed. So
Afterburners is an understatement.
Yeah, fast few laps. Trevor Earhart has picked up half a second on the last lap. 15:28. Alice Forget ran a 15:72, now 15:51. Alice Forget is really wishing he had pit back there on 175 with the rest of these guys. Alice Forget needs a caution. So far, 26 laps left here at Bristol. Right now, we're at a record low here at Bristol for the Yellow Fever. Let's keep it on going here, as the guys have been doing a great job. You get spoiled with such great races like this.
Yeah, and I love the lead changes, the real racing they're getting it done.
Yeah, no kidding. Hate to see it for Kevin Orlando taking it back to the garage. Chris Nail, Joey Beck, Jeffrey Israel has taken it to the garage. Looks like Jacob Sirkovich has taken it to the garage, and so has Daniel Holloway has taken it to the garage.
Really?
At least 3 of those drivers are guys that were in the chase here tonight to get into the top. Sirkovich, Israel, Orlando.
Yes, that is the end of their playoff hopes.
Yep. Eliminated.
Yes.
That is a bummer.
And if I've got a moment. We also are looking at the round 1 for best of the rest contenders tonight. And those contenders so far are Travis Gilbert, Daniel Holloway, and Devin Hudgens. So looking at what we have out here, Travis Gilbert is almost uncatchable as long as he can finish this race. He may be $25 richer at the end of this race also. So that'll be the end of round 1. And for round 2, all drivers outside the top 12 will be eligible. So we'll get 4 more drivers that will be competing for the best of the rest competition here.
Interesting. Right now, Justice Murphy still below that line. Matthew Robinson 7 above the line. Trevor Keith 3 above that line. Bennett and Murphy are tied. I'm interested to see where this drop-off happens. Because right now, a couple of guys are having some trouble out there. Trevor Keith is sitting 11th. Bennett may move up 1. Bennett is able to stay out in front, sitting 10th. He is a lap down, though. But him placing in front of Trevor Keith, we'll have to see.
This might actually come down to where were they at the stage break.
Yeah, that's where it's going to come down to the stage. So I hope somebody's going to go out there and fix up the points here exactly for the stage, because that's what I was saying. I was wondering if Matthew Robinson might be in some hot water here since Justice was doing pretty well out there and then got in some trouble later on. You know, if Trevor Keith did pretty well and he stays safe. So there's definitely going to be a big shuffle up here on this next round. 16 laps left to go here. We still remain under green. Forget dropping 3.5 seconds off pace here. Yeah, huge turn of events. I'd say Alice Forget probably pushed it a little too hard there. But if we do end up at a pace lap speed, I guarantee you we'll see the 19 Toyota come on in.
Oh, can't imagine.
Well, it would be tough to see fresh new tires trying to battle around these guys out here. It might be suicide. Let's get back here where Grant Thorpe and Tay McDonald are, where Tay watched Grant Thorpe do it. Tay slides into 6th here. So Tay wanting to hold on to the points lead. He is tied with Loveland. Loveland does have a win, so he is win and you're in, moves on. Robert Rader already there. Trevor Earhart looks like he's going to be lining himself up, so this may kick Tay down to 3rd, I believe. Putting Earhart, Rader, and Loveland into the next run. The top 3. Fantastic job here by all our drivers. Grant Turner looks like he's going to get a solid top 5. Right now, Tay's going to see if he can run him down. Tay's got to figure out how to make up about 2 seconds. Shaves off about 2/10 every turn. So far so good. Grant Turner also came down to lap 163.
Okay, you can make it.
Yeah, a little bit after Alice Forget. Sitting with 10 to go. Forget's still in good shape. He is sitting currently 5th in the points. Definitely had a great run there for the stage. Came away with that one. Trevor Earhart still leading this one, and the lap traffic just seems to be no problem for him here. 21 machine lining himself up for a win. Another one here on the year.
Run away,
yeah. Nick. Nick still on the lead lap here for just a moment.
Yeah.
Right now just showing too fast here. Murphy drops down 3 laps. Now Bennett down 2 laps. Nick Alves will go down a lap here as he hangs toward the top side. And you got to give it Trevor Earhart here for how fast he's been rolling here on this track. I mean, he sat it out a little bit. He waited for it, and now he's reeling them in. And now starting to put guys behind him. Right now, he's put 8th behind him, and now he's looking at 7th there of Grant Thorpe. So, yeah, here we go. 777s. Grant Thorpe sitting 7th to win the 77. Looking pretty good here. 5 laps left to go. Oh, Nick. Nick does not want to go a lap down here.
No, do you blame him? Nobody wants to go a lap down, but looks like Earhart just took both of them in one swoop.
Yep, fight getting ready to go down. 7 laps now as Trevor Earhart continuing this roll. 4 laps left to go as he is just rolling some insanely fast times. Still staying under 16 seconds, though, as he's slicing on through this field. 3 to go. Boy, this is an excellent run.
Now, he is currently sitting 6th, and it is only, 7 points or so off of the leader. This win will launch him. I think you were saying we're going to have some shuffle ups. There's going to be a waterfall.
Yeah, looking so far so good here as Raider now gets into 4th. Element X Racing now occupies the 3rd and 4th positions here. And Trevor Earhart, white flag is out. Half a lap left to go here for the 21 Chevrolet. And it looks like he's going to bring home the win here. Excellent job, Trevor Earhart, the winner of the All About Bugs 250. Alice Forget lining up here for 2nd. There he goes, and Caleb Gilbert is the 3rd. He's definitely trying to squirt away there. 4th position, fighting for Grant Turner. Turner, over comes Raider here. Turner getting 4th. Raider drops down to 5th. Whoa! Tay McDonald is 6th. Not too bad here. Our top 6 drivers remain on the lead lap. Wow. Great run here. Photo time for our drivers here in the front.
Or not. Maybe let's do our donuts first.
Nah, they already got it. Yeah, excellent run here by Trevor Earhart, getting this one done.
Boink. I think he's working on getting a few X's.
I guess so. Nobody's getting out of here unscathed without any bumps and bruises. Got to give it to Alice Forget still with a 2nd place finish. That is huge. Hopefully we will see where our guys land for some of the finishes here. I'm interested on the points because that's going to be key. That is going to be key. We're taking a look at Trevor Earhart, our winner here of the race. Well, that's pretty cool. You see the powder that's behind them? For where they did the burnouts? That's pretty cool. Nice little iRacing update there.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was a smudge. But that makes sense. Yeah, it's not just lines anymore, actually. There's little dark spots and light spots and popping spots.
Yep. All right, let's see if we can float through some of our drivers here and find out how they finished. Man, that's a lot of laps down.
Yeah. I did not see Daniel Holloway leave that early. Oh, wait. There's more people on the list. I bet they have more. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yep.
Dang.
All right. We'll take a look, and we'll also talk to some of the drivers who were able to attend Bristol, the real race out there, and kind of see their take on it and kind of see if it definitely helped affect any of their judgment that they had here tonight. Taking a look here, Stella, we actually had a random draw here tonight, correct?
We did. As long as they finished the race, they were in the running for a random $25 drawing.
All right. Well, random $25 drawing goes to the number 9 of Jeremy Burns. Jeremy Burns was the random winner here of tonight.
Lucky dog.
Yep. There we go. I was going to say, that's what I was trying to find out here, and I'm kind of poking around and looking at it. So Jeremy Burns is our random winner here of the night. $25 to Jeremy. And we've got a couple more. A race winner wins some money tonight, too, as well, don't they?
$25.
Alrighty, so there's another 25, and I thought we had another run. Best of the rest?
Yes, but I have to wait for them to calculate that.
Oh
I
no.
had the contenders, but let's see. Daniel Holloway. No. I'm I can almost positively unequivocally say Travis Gilbert is going to win this one, number 22.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out and we'll keep everybody updated. Guys, hold on just a moment. We're going to run our drivers down and have a conversation with them. Grab him. Jeremy Burns, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Dude, we finally got you in and out here. You are the random winner here tonight of the $25. What do you guys say about that?
Well, I mean, it wasn't really the thing I was hoping to get interviewed for tonight, but I mean, it's great. We finished the race. We're going to be advancing to the round of 12, so at the end of the day, that's all we can ask for. That was actually a very quick race. Kind of happy, honestly. I thought it was going to be a lot more chaos, and it turned out one of the only things that was chaos was me looping it off a pit road. Just, I mean, it was so unfortunate, but I mean, at that point, the car just spun around on its own. I tried to get out of there as aggressive as I could and just paid for it.
Mm. Yeah, well, definitely an untimely caution, that's for sure. Talk to me a little bit about the race you guys went to in real life. I mean, did that help with any of the decisions that were made out here tonight?
Yeah, definitely seeing how people ran the bottom. I pay attention specifically to my favorite driver, Chase Elliott, as you can see. How he ran the bottom and how he entered the corner. I felt like I was gaining a lot by doing that when the tire started to wear out. So kind of learned that, kind of learned how to take pit road as aggressive as possible, even though I guess I was too aggressive tonight. But the sim put rubber on the whole like turn, where in real life it was only on the top and the bottom, and the middle strip was just racetrack. So there was a little bit of a discrepancy there. So I mean, you take what you can get, learn from real life, and honestly, it was so much fun meeting the guys in real life. It was a blast, and we're already in talks of doing it next year. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I'll definitely be going if that's the case.
All right.
Chase
Awesome
Elliott,
job.
do you know that's who holds the record for the fastest lap at
Oh
Bristol?
wow, I
So
did not know
that's,
that.
yeah, so that there, maybe you watching him was a good thing.
Maybe.
All right, man. I believe you're going to be easily making it to the round of 12. Shout out time. Let's get you ready for the next run.
Oh, I gotta shout out my mom and dad, my grandma, Miss Betsy. They always watch every week. Gotta shout out my girlfriend Josie. We just celebrated our 3 years, so definitely gotta give a big shout out to her and all the support that she's given me over the years. My cousins, Dylan, Derek, Caroline, they're always watching. Coach P, my uncle, Sonny, and his kids are always watching. Any other supporters that were out there watching me? I don't know if my roommate was out there watching me tonight. Devin, he's a pretty cool dude. And anyone else here at Longwood that's watching me. Element X, unfortunate for Jeff, but the other 3 guys are going to be moving on here. So definitely a great team effort. And I know Jeff's going to try to help us get to our target by the end of the season. Rob, I mean, it's just awesome to see how we partnered up here and just, everything that we've been able to accomplish as a team. And having 3 drivers in the round of 12 is just awesome. Chapman Environmental for being on the hood. You guys, Simtrax, uh, Coastal Financial, and any other sponsors in the league. I know Butt Kicker's out there, and anyone else who makes this possible. Y'all did an amazing job, I'm sure, tonight. And I guess we had a lot to talk about on the broadcast, and I can't wait to look back and see that one restart where everyone was just in a single file line except the front row.
That
But
was
other than
very
that,
odd.
yeah, I mean, and like I said, worst time to spin, and it was me, of course. Out of everyone, it was me.
Yep,
But
they're gonna say it was your fault.
hey, you know what? I'll take blame for it. It was definitely my fault, but it's just funny, The one track where I have a pit road incident is the one where everyone's lapping you out constantly. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, But at the end of the day, we advanced to the round of 12, so we got our goal done, and we're gonna be shooting back to the top with our playoff points, and we'll be ready to go for the round of 12 next week.
All righty, Jeremy. Good luck to you, buddy, and get practicing for the next round.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, everybody. That is Jeremy Burns. Moving on to our 3rd place finisher here. That is Caleb Gilbert. Caleb Gilbert actually did a great job out there. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Caleb. Caleb, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Dude, 3rd place finish here tonight. 21 positions gained. What happened during qualifying?
Well, long story short, out of town this week, get home, get in the car, ready to roll, and my iRacing is broken. So I had to uninstall, reinstall. I didn't know if I was going to make the race. I got in with like maybe 10 minutes left, and then had to reboot one more time. So I had maybe 10 practice laps just trying to figure out the car, not be a disaster. So like, I'm just going to run around in the back, take what I can get, need to start the race, advance to the next round. So that's why I started in the back. I quickly realized why that's a bad idea, especially at Bristol, because you get caught in the back of the pack and they are slow.
All right. Speaking of back of the pack, I'm going to poke the bear here a little bit. Talk to me about lap 67 here, where you kind of rear-ended the back of Grant Turner, man, and got him, unfortunately, spun around with, I think, Rob down on the apron. What happened, man?
We're good. Hard to check up in those instances, especially when the caution's late and coming off the corner exit. It actually happened to me. The caution flag prior, I think Travis couldn't see the wreck, and he hit me, rear-ended me. I lost my lucky dog. So that happened there, and then fortunately for both me and Grant, we were A-okay, 3rd and 4th. He had a great run. One of those things where the brake biases are so off, and when you can't see, it is really hard to get it woed down unless you do it perfect.
Man, dude, it's fantastic finish here, though. We kind of look back on some of the races that you've been able to put down, and some solid, finishes that you've had throughout the entire season. We head to a few races that are going to be quite difficult. Texas being the next one. Confidence level now that they've kind of changed that track up a little bit.
Yeah, so it's one of those deals where the 3 and 4 at Texas is almost the same. Anywhere else you go for a mile and a half, I love it. It's a beautiful turn. 1 and 2 is an abomination. Not a fan. So pretty much what I'll do, I think iRacing has a feature where you can go and you can start at like the start-finish line. You can drive and then you can press a button and it takes you back. I'm just going to practice entry to turn 1 probably for like an hour, and that's how I'll prepare. That's how much I hate turn 1 and 2.
Oh, new drivers out there learning something. Nah, Caleb.
Nope, I didn't say that.
Yeah, Yeah, was it Controlled Alt X for the grip hack? Here we go. All right, man, dude, give me your shout-outs.
Shout out to all our sponsors, Chapman Environmental, Coastal Financial, Butt Kicker, Simtrax Broadcasting. You guys, as always, amazing. I'm sure that had a little bit of everything, a couple incidents, some good green flag racing, some controversy. everything you could ask for. Shout out to my team, Burns. He actually cost himself the race, and he gave me an extremely lucky caution to get my 2 of my laps back because I didn't pit yet. So appreciate him for that. I know that sounds bad, but hey, he made a sacrifice, I guess, at the end of the day. Rob, great run, fell off at the end. Jeff got wrecked pretty much on lap 3. Hate it for him. Wish he could have advanced. Those are my shout outs. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, yeah. All right, Caleb. Good luck to you, man. We'll see you in Texas.
Yep. See y'all next week.
All right, everybody. That is Caleb. Moving on to our second place finisher. I think I know somebody out there is waiting on him. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Alex for us yet. Alex, dude, this race. Talk to me about it here. This is quite a toughie. You're the concrete monster out there. How did we lose this one?
Me and Trevor did the exact opposite of what we did in the stage. Basically, he ran on top. I was running behind these guys, so I was just catching up to them really slowly. So it saved my tires, and I just went by them. Then you go to the end of the race and you watch Trevor, and it's the same thing. He goes low, saves his tires, and just passed by me like if I'm nothing. But it was very fun. It was very fun. I don't usually have a good result here at Bristol. It's not a track that I do well usually, but yeah, that was very, very nice today.
I think every concrete track the barrels normally get you. You avoided them this time, fortunately. But man, it's an interesting aspect of kind of seeing how your Toyota can get out there. And you own it at Dover. You do very well at Nashville, and you do very well at Bristol. But you know, it kind of ends up. Was there any tangle ups, or is there something you could have done different? Would you roll back and possibly pit back on lap 175?
Yeah, when thinking about it, we were not a lot on the lead lap, so maybe I should have pitted. But you know, you cannot call these things ahead of when they happen, so I thought staying out was the best solution at that moment. But doing things differently, I think even without pitting, staying a bit lower and trying to save the right front especially would have been probably better for me. I don't say that he would have not beat me. He was really fast. Trevor was really fast at the end, so I really burned up my tires. Honest mistake, but really, really, really nice.
Well, you definitely advanced to the next round here, buddy. We gotta get you to slap that gold banner on the windshield of that car. We head to Texas. What do we do to figure out how to fend some of these guys off here?
Well, I'll be honest. This is the only track I'm looking forward to of this this round, because after that, obviously, it's Talladega, so it's a wild card.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, it's a beautiful road course. I love the road courses. So yeah, Texas is the only track I'm really looking forward to. Ovals are my teams. So miles on half mile I take them more than I take anything here in the schedule. So yeah, really looking forward.
All right. Well, speaking of schedule, you know, Texas, Talladega, and then Charlotte Roval, man, it's looking pretty good. Seeing how your points are rolling. You are 1 point off the lead. Right now, this has got to be feeling pretty good. And if you are aiming for a road course, man, I know you're gonna have a couple of guys. Jeremy Burns turning it up lately. Raider's been doing pretty well. Trevor Earhart, so you may have your hands full here. I can't wait to see what you've got. Shout out time, and you better mention Jessica out here.
Well, hey, listen. It's been what, 3-4 months since I've been interviewed. Yeah. It's been a while. You know, I went through a summer of flipping cars when you shouldn't be flipping, wrecking people that I should have not wrecked, getting bad result after bad result after bad result after bad result. So shootout time. It's been a while. So I remember they're on my car. So I'm gonna try to do my best here. Chapman environmental services. Butt kicker. I'm looking for butt kicker. I'm looking to buy one to add to the racing fun. Ultimate Siding and Gutters, and you guys, Simstrats, I love you guys so much. My girlfriend love you guys too. Hi Jess, hi Toma, hi Max, hi everybody at home that are watching me. I got
Philippe
some friends. I
Danier.
know who?
Philippe?
Philip, yeah, Philip from
Yeah,
work. Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot I
Yeah, he
sent
was
the link
watching
to
you
him.
tonight.
Nice. So yeah, I know I sent a lot of the guys at my job the link because the sponsor on my car is where I work, Maxi.
Oh, cool.
Okay. We
So
wondered
yeah,
why you changed from the black and white. That makes
well,
sense. I mean, from the red and white. Jeez.
yeah, the red and white was PC Express. It's a branch and Maxi. It's the like main company that delivers our food and things like that. It's a really like it's like No Name. Do you guys know No Name?
No.
No Name?
Mm-mm.
No, it's a brand that it's just yellow. It's the same thing that they provide us in the store with food. So, uh, yeah, thanks to them for having a great environment of work.
Cool. There you go, Stella. You better write that down. You better remember that. Alice for
Okay.
Jet. Appreciate you, buddy, and good luck at Texas next week.
Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, Stella. That was a great run there by Alice Forget. I would love to have seen him come away with the win, but actually, the win is going to go to normally the guy in the Black Rifle coffee machine, and that is going to be, of course, Trevor Earhart. And Trevor, talk to me about this race, dude. How did you wait these guys out long enough to run them down?
Patience, man. For once, I finally was patient, and it paid off. Bristol owes me one. This track and I have had a horrible relationship. We've had speed in about every league I've run here, and we've been junked. Had pit road speeding penalties. This track owed me one, and we got it done tonight. And golly, it feels good.
Well, this win actually puts you 1 point into the lead. With Alice Forget putting such amazing speed out there, where did all that speed come from you in the final 20 laps?
I learned a lot from the stage break. I wanted to get the stage win, so I just took off and tried to do everything I could to get the stage win and burnt the tires up and watch Berube drive away from me there at the end. So I just kind of told myself, hey, let's just be patient the rest of this race and see what happens. And thankfully, it worked out. I just started rolling the bottom, was able to save the tires, let Rob go there, and then was able to get back by him. And then Loveland, who wasn't able to be here tonight, jumped in and was kind of spotting for me there at the end. It was kind of helping me out on where people were running and kind of the gap we were pulling. So that was also a big help. So shout out to James, who got the win last week, and we get the win this week. So back-to-back wins for Tire Slayer Racing, which is always great. Schaefer had a great run tonight as well. So happy for him. But yeah, it was just all about being patient and just not putting a lot of wheel into it and burning the tires up, and that's what gave us such great long run speed tonight.
Man, oh man, oh man. Trevor, you are first. Alice Forget's at second. Tay McDonald is third, heading into Texas next week. Some of these guys are saying that is their most favorite track out of the upcoming three. You know, Alice Forget is kind of leaning more toward the Roval to kind of help him sling into the next round. Where's your aim?
I mean, people say Texas is their favorite track. We all know everybody hates Texas. The layout and the way it runs is horrendous. But I mean, you look at the other two races. I mean, we got Talladega and then a road course. I mean, you got a wild card race and then a road course race, and I could see where people think the mile and a half is going to be their favorite. I'm looking forward to it. I actually enjoy Texas. I'm one of the few psychopaths on the service that actually enjoys running around that racetrack. My home track, so I'm hoping to go out there and go back to back.
Wow, I like that. Good call. Now, I'm gonna make you do it. Your previous teammates of BDE Motorsports were both eliminated tonight.
It's tough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your take on it?
I hate it. I hate it for those guys, that team, Justice and Jacob. I mean, they put in a lot of work. Jacob this season as well. I mean, he's put in a ton of work. Got a lot better from the start of the season to now. Just bad luck there at the end took him out. Justice. I mean, I feel bad for Justice. I feel like this is two seasons in a row where he's had speed and just gets caught up in messes that aren't his doing. So I expect to see him bounce back next year. And I got to hang out with those guys over the weekend, and it was a lot of fun meeting them in person. Huge shout out to them for inviting me up to go to the Bristol race. But hate it for that team. I know how much work they put in for these races, and got to give a huge shout out to Justice for sponsoring this race and everything that All About Bugs does for the league. So hopefully they'll both show up. I expect Justice to be really strong when we get to the Roval in a couple weeks. He and Burns, I expect to be up front battling it out. I'm sure he's going to try to play playoff spoiler for the rest of the playoffs, so I wouldn't count him out quite yet.
Yeah, that could be that could definitely be something. I remember it was I think it was Justice. It was at the Charlotte Roval, wasn't it? That I think he led by like 34 seconds or something. It was something stupid. Like he was firing through, I think, the backstretch one.
Where PJ ended up getting him because he forgot to unclick his tires?
Well, that was a Coda.
No, I think was that Daytona? Was that the Daytona road course?
Yeah, that was the Daytona Roval. Yeah.
Yeah, where he smoked us all by 40 seconds and still won't let me live that one down. So, hey, Justice, I love you, buddy, but it's time to move on from that win.
Are you, when all the guys that went to Bristol, are you the tallest one? You look really long and tall in the video here.
I think so. Loveland missed out on the group photo. He was unfortunately on the other side, and we didn't time it out to get another one before we all went back to our seats. But Loveland's pretty close. But yeah, I am actually no, Blake. Blake is about an inch taller than me. So Blake's taller, then it's me and Loveland, and then I hate to tell it, I'm gonna throw Rob under the bus. Nick is taller than Rob.
Yeah, that's official. What I thought. That's what it looked like.
Really?
It's official.
They give him.
It's official. Nick is taller. Hate to say it.
Dang. It has been settled.
That's what happens when you all meet each other for real.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's what you get.
Also, who won at golf? I see you guys even met up for that too.
It was not me. I can tell you that much.
There
I'm not a golfer by any means. I think overall Jacob beat Justice by about one. I think he shot one better than Justice, but Justice and I won 2 free beers at Twin Peaks. So I think at the end of the day, we were both the winners and all that.
He went to Twin Peaks. Excellent choice, Captain. Shout out, Tom.
Shout out to you and Stella and all of Simtrax for the great broadcast as always. All our wonderful sponsors, Chapman Environmental Services, Ultimate Siding and Gutters, Butt Kicker, for sponsoring the league and everything they do. All About Bugs for sponsoring the race and all the sponsors that they put out throughout the season. The Earhart Group, which is actually now Circle C Real Estate at the Earhart Group. So shout out to those guys for being on the car every week. Black Rifle Coffee, my favorite coffee. Got to shout out those guys. One of these days it might be official. I keep blowing up their PR team. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Shout out to everybody in the league. I mean, this was a really great, clean race for a Bristol race. I know a lot of guys dropped out throughout the course of the race, but overall it was a great, clean race. Berube for running a clean race up there at the front. Who else? All the admin for everything they do. I know, dude. I got a list.
Grant Turner. Grant Turner came up 13 positions. I mean, dude.
I know. We were talking to him in the waiting room. I mean, great run for Grant as well, getting up there. Caleb with a great recovery run. Rob, I mean, for as hard as Rob and I race each other, and for as much crap as we give each other, and this whole rivalry that everybody seems to think we have, huge shout out to him for realizing I was faster and letting me go up there and chase down Berube. He could have made that a whole lot more difficult on me than he did. So I definitely owe Rob one sometime in the future. And if we meet up again, he's definitely getting a free beer for that move. So Rob, I appreciate you for that one. My grandparents back in Houston for tuning in every week. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. My mom and my dad, as always, for their support. I know my phone's already been blowing up since we got the checkered flag. My sister, brother-in-law, and nephew down in Austin, they're always watching. So shout out to y'all. Y'all were saw y'all not too long ago when y'all were up in town. So hope y'all are doing well tonight. And we're running a special paint scheme for my sister next week at Texas. So that'll be fun. So tune in next week to see what that paint scheme is. I think she'll enjoy that one. And I think that's everybody on my list.
If it isn't, I think you might have missed the Dalai Lama and
I mean, I think I could keep going, but I think I'm gonna go enjoy a nice, refreshing beverage and go see what's going on in the admin chat and what fires we may or may not have to put out tonight.
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
good.
Boy, I love how that's going to go. Why I was eliminated. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love seeing the box fill up. Trevor Earhart, congratulations on your win tonight. And hopefully we'll catch up with you again with back-to-back wins.
Hey, that's the plan.
All right. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think he won the first race this season. And now to win in the round of 16. That's some pretty good timing.
Yeah, well, it couldn't be any better, at this exact moment, being able to squeeze it on through. Appreciate you guys joining us. Don't forget, tune in next Wednesday. We head to Texas Motor Speedway. It's a love-hate relationship for all drivers, but it's definitely a heartbreaker for some. I would love to see how it goes. I do want to give a shout out to our 4 drivers that were eliminated here on the night. Justice Murphy, who came 13th. Kevin Orlando was 14th in the points. Jacob Sirkovich was 15th. And Jeffrey Israel was 16th in the points. Michael Bennett made it just over the line with 2. Matthew Robinson as well, just over the line with 2. That's why I was saying, Stella, we better watch out how close he's getting. Trevor Keith finished at 10th. James Loveland 9th. Nick Alves was 8th. Grant Thorpe, Jeremy Burns, and Caleb Gilbert finishing out our top 5. And Robert Rader sits 4th with Tay McDonald 3rd. Alice Forget is 2nd. And Trevor Earhart is sitting on top. Well, only 1 point, but he is a lot of guys chasing him down. But that's going to do it for us here at Simtrax. Like I said, we are heading to Texas next week. Guys, don't go away. And make sure you always look out there for the YouTube link. We'll have everything locked and loaded for you as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it, guys. But Stella, anything else?
Nope. I'm good to go.
Excellent. All right. Be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll catch all you guys next time.